Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a demo of Sappho Cosmetics' new line, Sappho New Paradigm. I went to the release party back in November at the Detox Market in Toronto, so I was able to score a sample of my shade in the newest foundation. This is number 7, and on top of that they gave me a nice little goodie bag filled with other items, so I got a palette as well. And in it I have about 4 eyeshadows and 1 blush. Rita Lip Gloss in Rita. I got 3 little samples of those as well. They also gave me a few of their brushes, so I have the blush brush right here, have a crease brush right over here, an angle brush, an angle brush right here, and I have their oval buffing brush right here. I'm going to be using all these brushes today on my face, as well as the foundation, the lip gloss, the blush, and the eyeshadows. For the foundation, I'm going to do one side of my face being with the brush and then the other side with just fingers. Here's what the foundation looks like right now, and if you are a fan of Sappho Cosmetics, you could tell right off the bat how much creamier it is. It is a bit more liquidy than the original formulation, which was a bit more of a moussey texture. And it was a bit more solid, and it held its shape after you pump it, whereas this one I feel it's sliding down my hand right now. Okay, I'm gonna use the palette, a bigger palette right now, to dot it on my face. I'm going in with the buffing brush right over here. Anyway, so Sappho was the first green foundation I've ever used, and I had a lot of cystic acne at the time. It really did help clear my face, I found, because I noticed my face was more even tone and smoother as the days went on. And that one small bottle lasted me 9 months, and I used it religiously every day. Brush is pretty soft. Didn't feel itchy at all. I don't know if you could tell, like, I had a bit of redness on my face, so it definitely evened it out. And I feel like my skin still looks like my skin. The brush is showing a little bit of an airbrush finish, but I always got that with the Sappho foundation in general, so I feel like the performance is still really good. The whole point of the new line is it has more coverage as well, and I find it covered pretty well. I don't know if you remember, like, that really dark red mark I have right there. So it covered it pretty well, but you might want to go in with a concealer if you want to fully eliminate it. I try on this side with just my fingers. If you don't have the brush, because this brush I think is a little bit pricey. So this is what it looks like with fingers blended in, and then that's the brush side. It's actually pretty hard to tell which side I use my fingers and brush. They pretty much both look the same. Going like this with the brush, I do notice that my pores are filled in like a slight bit more, and it's not as visible, some of like the enlarged ones around here. So yeah, that's what I know so far, and this is what the foundation looks like. I would say it's a pretty sweet matchup. I'm gonna go into my eyebrows. So this is what my brows look like right now. It's honestly nothing too exciting. It's very sparse, uneven, and unshaped. Typically I use the Anastasia brow brush. I just like how short and stiff the brush is. But today I'll obviously go in with the angle brush, and the item that I'm using is the Ecobrow in Liz. Just want to show you the color I'm using, and I'm just dipping it in. Ooh. I'm not even pressing hard. Okay, yeah, I was just amusing myself to see if I could use this for my eyebrows. My mom uses this brush actually for hers, and she uses the Makeup Forever Aqua brow thingy majiggies. Oh my god. Be right back. Try that one more time, and I'm going to dab off on my hand. Okay, not bad, but the problem is I want to thicken it up a bit here, and because I don't have that much hair there, there's not a lot for this brush to grab onto, so I'm going to switch back to my Anastasia. See, I find I get more control with this brush. See how I could shape my eyebrows with this brush? I can't really do that with that angled brush. I feel like if you already have a nice set of brows that you don't really need to do much defining, that brush would be okay for you. But for me, because I do have some pretty sparse brows with not a very good shape, I do need a more precise type of brush to use. Like, as you can see, that one looks so much nicer than that one. Okay, let's just finish with that for now and accept the fact that this one does not look its best. I'm going to do some eye makeup right now. I'm just going to set my eyes with some white translucent powder. I don't have an eye primer with me at the moment, but it's not like I'm going to keep on the shadows for long. And I'm just going to use the crease brush pretty much for the whole thing. I have brown, a yellow shimmer, a green shimmer, and a black. So smoky eye, I guess it is. I'm dabbing into the brown right now. And let's see. I'm doing this really lightly because, as you can see, that brown is pretty pigmented. I'm gonna experiment a little bit. Let's take that green. I find for the lid I like using my fingers a lot better than using a brush, because I could keep layering and layering and have a bit more control. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really wear these types of colors on my lid. I don't really know what to do with them. It's just not comfortable for me to wear these types of shadows, but you know. I don't know, it's looking okay. And I went in with the black right now, and I'm just deepening that corner. The lightest brushing. I'm going to clean up that angle brush a bit. I'm going into the brown and going underneath. I'm going to go on the inner corner. The yellow. You can't even see the green that much. It's like subtle, so I guess it's not too neon-y. It's wearable for me. I'm just going to quickly do the other eye now. This is what my eye makeup looks like right now, and you know what? Now that I'm zoomed out and not looking at myself so intently in the mirror, it actually doesn't look awful. Like I said before, I can't really do greens, blues, stuff like that. I have a hard time working with it, but actually because it's so light, it actually turned out pretty easy to work with, and it is like an earthy type of tone, so it blended out pretty well with the brown and the black. And then I obviously put the yellow shimmery one on the inner corners and on my brow bone. So now I'm just going to finish up with the cheeks and my lips, and we'll see the final result. I'll be using the blush brush that I got for the blush that I got in the palette. It's like a nice light cool tone type of blush. I'm really digging into this palette, guys. I'm just trying to put enough on so it could show up on camera, otherwise it is showing up after a few dabs into it. Okay, there you go, you can see it now. Not sure how much I like it with the eye look. I'd probably go for something a little bit more warmer, otherwise it is a nice everyday blush to have. Last but not least, we're gonna do lips. So I'm gonna use the sample right here. It's their lip gloss in Rita. Look at that little doe foot applicator, isn't it so cute? Ooh. This is their darker color too, and it's actually pretty good. It doesn't feel like a gloss either. It feels like one of those NYX lip creams. I really like the color. It's not as dark as I was thinking it was going to be. I believe Sappho only has 2 shades in the lip gloss, so this is the darkest one. This is what the final look is with all the Sappho products on. The only thing that I use that's not Sappho is my eyebrow pomade and the mascara. And that is it for my Sappho New Paradigm try on. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it gave you an insight into the foundation and how they've reformulated it and how it sits on the skin. And if you were even thinking of trying any of the other products they might have, that the eyeshadows, the lip gloss, the blush, it gives you an idea of what it's going to look like on the skin and what the payoff is going to be, and if it's going to be worth your money. Thanks once again. Please give this video a like if you did enjoy this video. Please subscribe to me down below, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.